Welcome back, everyone. This is Jaronitis bringing you Feed the Beasts 1.6. Today we are starting on episode 61, I believe it is, and we are going to start working on something very specific today. As you can see, I have quite a few things flowing through my sorting system. I have done some prep work between episodes. This is the part where I show off just a little bit because I can't help myself. I've got some diamonds. Just a couple. And I got some extra nether quartz as well. I went back and I got into my Chaos Age, and as it turns out, the world is only eaten by the decay in loaded chunks. So as long as I can run faster than the decay spreads, I can make it to places where the floating orbs of diamonds still exist. So, that being the case, I have flown way out here. See, I can still harvest all of those diamonds. So, in between episodes, I was letting the quarry run, and because I was going to let the quarry run for a little bit, as you can see, I've been, out this way a little ways harvesting stuff. But since I was going to let the quarry run anyway, some of the time I was letting it run while I was asleep or at work. But other than that, I came through here with my dig spell and did something to the effect of this. And there's another 4 stacks of diamonds. So, as you can see, diamonds, don't need those like anymore ever again. The other thing I did was the exact same thing in my original dimension. If you saw me make the original dimension, you understand that that one had floating spheres of nether quartz. So, since that is the case, and where am I going to put these now? I don't have a... Oh, crap. I don't actually have a space for these now. Yeah, we'll put these... Sure, there's space in this chest. Anyway, so I went and harvested a bunch of that and a bunch of this stuff as well. The quarries are done, by the way. We'll take a quick jump over there. They actually got done a lot faster than I expected them to. Like, impressively so. But, that's pretty much it. They are done. I cut a hole in the wall right here so that I could get through really easily. But as you can see, the quarries have finished. There's a lot of stuff along the walls that can still be harvested if I decide I want to. Realistically, I'm not going to because I probably don't actually need any resources. Probably for quite a while, or at least I hope at least for quite a while. Okay, this should be, yes, using up the last bit of the lava because these things will burn otherwise. Keep in mind that if you leave this alone, even though the quarries aren't doing anything, they aren't, well, they actually are taking a little bit of power. But I cut the lava off right here so that it's no longer wasting lava. So when I come back, and I will eventually, and set up more quarries to run again, I will have that still there and I won't have wasted a whole bunch of lava. Okay, so that being said, there's a couple things that we're going to do today. Since we have, I don't know how I want to go about this. Since we've decided to go ahead and move on to a different mod, we want to go ahead and do a couple of things real quick at the end of this mod. Specifically being, where's the gold dust? Interlinking, please? No. Interlinking, please. Generate platform, interlinking. No, I don't want to generate a platform. I want to make a secondary interlinking. Generate platform. Dang it. This is getting annoying. I probably should have done this before I started the episode, but... And now I'm out of ink. Really? Wow. Okay, well, I don't know what's going to happen if I use a generate platform interlinking in this case. Let me, real quick, where is my infinite water source for down here? Do I have an infinite water source for down here? Don't think I do. That's okay. I've got one over here. You wouldn't think it'd be that hard to get an interlinking. Supposedly when you put the gold dust in there, it's supposed to just make it interlinking, but that doesn't seem to be the case nowadays. Man, I've had that recipe in there forever. But, so we're going to go ahead and make some more ink real quick. The reason I'm not really worried about the fact that I'm taking time doing this right now is because I'm actually still processing things in preparation for the mod that I'm going to be doing. If you are paying attention and know anything about the mods, you will be able to look at the NEI on the right hand side of my screen and see what's there, and you'll know exactly what I'm going to be doing. For those of you who don't know, well, we'll get there in a second. All right, ink, sacks, go back away. And ink, get back in there. And I want one more interlinking panel. Right there. Bingo. Okay, good. So now we can put away this, and we have two interlinking link panels. All right, so why do I want two interlinking link panels? Well, it turns out that I don't really like... Okay, good, we still have some space. I don't really like having to walk back and forth between my bee house and down here. So I've decided that I'm not going to do that anymore. So I'm going to use some of the stuff that we got last episode for the purpose of doing this. So I'm going to take this interlinking book and I'm going to interlink it right here. Okay, so this book leads to right here. Now I'm going to do something else real quick. We are going to get some Mistcraft crystals. So with the Mistcraft crystals, we're going to build a book receptacle, which looks something like this. We're going to get 2 of them. And besides this, we are going to build a portal. This is going to be my personal portal to nowhere. Not necessarily actually nowhere, but it will be my portal that leads me to the bee room. So we're going to cut this out. The Mistcraft portals can be any size, as long as you make them a complete circular pattern. So when we do this, that is an actual complete setup. So now we will take the book receptacle and we will put it here on the side. Okay, so that is wonderful. You know, that doesn't look right. I need to make it taller. It doesn't really need to be taller, but somehow the square gateway just doesn't seem to... Now it looks like it's a nether portal. That seems too big. Whatever. So this is the last time I will actually make the full walk over here. Now, my question that I have is, where do I want to put the other side of this? Because the way I have things set up down here, there's not really a good place to put a portal. So let's see. We could put it... You know what? We can put it right down here. Yeah, I can work with this. So let's do it right here, just for fun. And the reason we had to use interlinking books is because otherwise the portal only goes between dimensions. So that doesn't look right either. It needs to be one wider. Yeah, sure, why not? All right, so now because we have this book that links to the main thing, we can right-click this book in here, and it turns on the portal. So now, while we're on this side, we want the other portal to take us to somewhere, and because I can have me appear anywhere I want, I'm going to have it make me appear right here. All right, so now that is linked to that location. This is linked to the home location, Bonsai. And here we are. So now we put this one in this side, and whee! That quick, that simple, we are good to go. Alright, so now I have a quick way back and forth. Now then, we should have things pretty well handled at this point. As a matter of fact, we're running out of space to have stuff being kept. Alright, so we are going to get started into Applied Energistics. And because we're getting started in Applied Energistics, we're going to have to do a lot of crafting and a lot of setup. So part of this is going to be just making a whole bunch of stuff. So what I want to do first is to try to get a simple amount of storage and the auto crafting system put together. Okay, there is an auto crafting system that allows you to have the game essentially make things for you. So we want to get that started so that we can have it make all of the really hard, annoying, whatever. We have it make all those things that we don't want to have to make ourselves for us. So that being the case, we want to get started. I'm probably going to start, let's see. In Applied Energistics, we want to start with a simple storage section. So we're going to need a access terminal, which is going to require some cable, a conversion matrix, and some glass, and some iron. So we'll start out with that, because the access terminal is the place where you start. So we need to make some basic processors. Along with some quartz, fluix, dust, iron, and so on. Basic processors, we're going to start with this because this is what we're going to wind up needing a absolute ton of, and I do mean ton. So to make the basic processor, we need to make a quartz cutting knife. Quartz cutting knife is just stick, quartz, and iron. So let us go forth and create this. Here's the quartz. Here's the iron. By the way, if you're making this kind of thing, nether quartz is easy for me to come by. Okay, I can use nether quartz in this recipe because I have nether quartz coming out the wazoo. Okay, Certus quartz is going to be more important to hold back for me. Depending on how your inventory currently is, you can make it out of either. I'm going to use nether quartz wherever possible because I have basically an infinite amount of it available. So we're going to go with that. So be careful though, because you can very easily and very quickly, I might add, run out of stuff to be able to make stuff in this mod. It uses a lot of stuff when you go to converting something as big as what I have going already into a storage section. You'll see what I mean here as we get going. Did I just miss the quartz cutting knife? I don't see it. Oh. It just looks funny. Alrighty, so there we go. We have 32 quartz cutting knives. We're probably, since they don't stack, only going to make a couple for now. And now we need to make some basic processors. Alright, so the basic processor assemblies are going to be redstone, gold, silicone, and the quartz cutting knife. Silicone is any kind of quartz dust cooked. Okay, so I have taken nether quartz and I've put it through the pulverizer and macerator, and I've made nether quartz dust. Then I took the nether quartz dust, threw it into the furnace, and created silicon. So that is how that works. Okay, I did that ahead of time because it takes a long time to do, and it's really annoying to do it. Alright, so that's 3, 4, 6 total. We're going to make 6 stacks of assemblies. And yes, I'm actually going to make that many because we are going to use probably that many and more, actually. I probably should grab some redstone because that would actually make sense. And we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's enough for half because it takes 2 redstone for each of these. So we're going to go with halves because I didn't have the space in my inventory for the rest. And bingo. Now you see why we have so many quartz cutting knives. We're going to use them a lot. So the reason I'm actually going to make this many of these right now is because while I'm making other things, I can actually have these continue to be processing by going through and being cooked and so on. Because once you actually create these, you then have to go through and take these processors and cook them, because this is the processor assembly, and to make it the actual processor, you cook it, and that finishes out the process for you. Let me go get some more redstone. 4, 5, 6. There we go. So hopefully by doing this in bulk, now again, doing this in bulk is only capable because I waited so long to actually get started doing this particular mod. It's not that simple to just jump into, early on. You have to be a lot more careful than I've been. So, if you can do it, you can. And I actually was going to try to do a very early game Applied Energistics setup, but I determined that it really wasn't going to be worth my kind of trouble to hunt things that much. But, oops, that's not there. Okay, good. And bingo. Okay, so now we have these done, and we can go ahead and take these upstairs and put them in the furnace to be cooked and sent back through. So those are cooking rather quickly. Excellent. Moving on. All right, so now that we have those cooking, what do we need next? We were going to be making the access terminal. So that requires the conversion matrix. The conversion matrix requires the basic processors, which we're cooking. It also requires nether quartz, fluix dust, normal quartz. So let's see, fluix dust. Fluix dust is nether quartz dust, certus quartz dust, and redstone. Well, it just so happens that I have that stuff too. So nether quartz dust. Whoops, not that. And then redstone dust. I'm not going to make as much of this stuff. I will actually need quite a bit of it. However, it is not as easy to come by. As I said before, it's the certus quartz that's going to get you. It's no, not that. This. So the certus quartz dust is not as easy to come by, nor is the certus quartz itself. So that's why I'm trying to be a little bit more careful when it comes to making this stuff. So let us put this stuff in here for now. This will just be, it's my auto sort platform, but it will also be for holding stuff that I'm going to use for Applied Energistics for now. All right, so after that, let's see, what else do we need? We needed the conversion matrix, which is all this stuff that we already have now. And then we are going to need some ME cable, which is the fluix dust with glass. So 1, 2, 3. And that would mean 1, 2 for that. I'll be back to that in a minute. 2, 3, and all right, so that got us plenty of cable. All right, well, 32 cable. Wow, I wonder if they changed that conversion there. I thought we got more cable than that out of that particular setup. Oh well, I got another stack here that I just was ignoring completely, but that's okay too. All right, well this isn't gonna work. I can't keep it like this. The auto sorting system is gonna wind up overflowing, and I don't want to deal with that. So we'll put this diamond chest over here, and we will take this stuff and move it over here to keep it out of the way. There we go. All right, so we want to make some more stuff. Let's go ahead and get Some more of this stuff here. Put this stuff in here as well because we're going to need it very shortly. All right, so access terminal. We've got the cable, we've got the iron, we've got the glass, and the conversion matrix we can make now. All right, so we're going to make probably, let's go with 10 conversion matrices to start, because I know we're going to need at least that many. Realistically, before this series is over, we will actually probably go through 300-400 maybe. Okay, so we need 20 Fluix dust and 40 iron ingots. So, whoops. And we've got 32 iron on us, so alrighty, so now we can make the conversion matrices. And then we've got that one currently occupied. So there it is, conversion matrix. So we should shift click that in, and now we've got 10 conversion matrices. Excellent. So now we'll put that in there. Now, once you get to a certain point in Applied Energistics, a lot of this crafting that I'm doing right now won't be necessary anymore. Unfortunately, it takes a little bit of extra time and setup to get that going. So now we have all that. We need more iron, more glass, and everything else we already have set up. So, oh wow, we're probably going to need glass at some point, but that's okay. Alrighty, so we got iron, we've got glass, we've got conversion matrices, and we've got cable. So let's put this sucker together. I'm going to go ahead and make 2 of these. I don't want all 10, but I will make 2 of these for starts, because I know I'm going to use 2 of them. I will realistically probably use about 5 to 10 of them. Oh wait, no. I'm going to need more than that. Let's make 4 of them total for now. This is not the way I'm doing this is not going to be easy on your on your resources, but I know I have excess amounts of resources to do it with. Let's see what's next. Okay, so next is okay, we got the access terminal. So the next thing we want to make is going to be a, where is it? I don't see it. Disk drive. Oh, right there in the front. All right, which is going to require glass, iron, basic processors, and a chest. No big deal. We should have all that stuff literally laying around. So let's make 2 of these, although I won't need a second one for a very long time, but we're going to do it anyway. So let's see. 4 processors. And we've already got the iron and glass on me, so go. All right, so now we have 2 of those. Excellent. Okay, so the next thing we're going to need, and this is the part that is not so much fun, is to make a disk drive or a storage piece to put in the disk drive. Essentially, it's like a hard drive to hold your stuff. So I'm going to start out by making, to do this the simplest way, I could probably do a 1K, but I'll probably do a 4K. Yeah, we'll make the 4K storage drive. These storage drives determine how many items can be digitally broken down and stored. So basically, this can hold up to 63 types of items, but the 4096 isn't actually 4096 items, it's bytes. And I could not tell you for the life of me how many bytes each item takes up. I know it's less than 1 byte per item because you can hold more than 4096 items in this disk drive. But we're going to go ahead and use this one because this will probably be enough to where we can get the auto crafting system to start functioning. Alright, so to make the 4K storage drive, we're going to need a storage segment along with some redstone, glass, and iron. The storage segment is going to be the redstone, a basic processor, and some storage cells. Okay, the storage cells, here's where we get into the Certus quartz, because you will wind up making hundreds dozens. Let's just go dozens. It'll become hundreds eventually if you stay going long enough. Okay, but we're going to need redstone, and we're going to need Certus quartz, and we're going to need processors. So this being the case, we're going to go ahead and, whoops, wrong chest. We're going to go ahead and do a stack. We'll make 16. Yeah, let's do 16 just because it's a nice round-ish number. So, alright, so we're going to go and we're going to make, there we go, storage cells. So, go, no, we can't go, we don't have any redstone. Alrighty. That should be enough to make 16 of these in total. Yes, okay, so we now have 16 storage cells, or segments. Storage cells, yes. Storage cells, then we're going to use the storage cells to make storage segments, and now I need more processors and more redstone in order to do that. That's probably more than I need, but that's okay. And storage segment, go. Okay, so we have 5 storage segments. This actually is going to be easier than I was... Well, it's not easier per se, but I have the ability and I'm doing it with enough of them to be able to do this. So the 4K is 1 storage segment. So since we have 5 storage segments, let's see. We can probably make a 16K because that requires a storage block. The storage block requires 3 storage segments and an advanced processor. The advanced processor is the same thing as the basic, only it uses a diamond instead of using gold. So let's make one of those real quick, just for the fun of it. Oh, well, I would if I had space in my inventory. Alright, so now let's see. We've got the redstone. We've got the silicone. Excellent. We should be able to go ahead and make this sucker up real quick. Silicone, diamond, cutting knife, advanced processor. Excellent. Alright, let's throw this in to cook real quick. And I do mean real quick, because those don't take much at all. And we're going to go ahead and make the 16K storage. The other thing we're going to do, since we are going to use 3 of these segments for the 16K, we will still have 2 of these left. So, you know, I was going to say we'll make 2 4Ks, but I really don't think I want to. I think I would actually just make 1 16 and then go straight on to the 64s. So let's make 1 16K storage cell right now. 16K, shift click, and 16K, redstone, glass. Did I put up all the, no, I've got the glass, I've got the redstone, I've got the storage, so what did I do wrong here? Oh, never mind. I need to make this first. This requires glowstone, which I don't have any of on me. There we go. Alright, now then, let's make the 16K storage cell. Thank you. Okay, so, one of the other things is that this Applied Energistics system actually requires a good bit of power to run. So, power is going to be one thing that we're going to wind up lacking here. I can run it for a certain amount of time on the large amount of stored energy here, and it might actually run for quite a while, but ultimately we're going to wind up upgrading our power system to compensate for the use of the Applied Energistics system. So that being the case, let's see, that goes out there, that goes up. Okay, so that's a main line right there. Okay, so we're going to take that main line and... how do I want to do this? This is going to take a little bit of rearranging. I mean, I knew I was going to be rearranging when I started on this particular setup, but it's going to be a little bit more interesting because I got to figure out how I want to do the rearranging. Okay, we're going to have all this stuff's going to be gone, so we're going to put one of those there, another one there probably. And that's going to run over to here, which is going to have that, and then the main power is going to come over. The main access probably needs to be pretty much where this is right here. But I don't want to disable this yet because I'm not prepared to run this as such. So for now, we're just going to put it right here in the middle of everything, and knowing that I'm going to move it here in just a minute anyway. So let's see. Oh wow. I completely forgot about like the absolute most obvious thing. You need a controller, and I just didn't think about it. Okay, the controller is the main body. Think of it as the CPU for your computer. Without that, nothing will work at all, and I just can't believe I forgot about that. So let's make that up real quick. That requires some Fluix crystals. Fluix crystals are redstone, Certus quartz, and nether quartz. No big deal. So let's make a couple of these. Actually, you know what? First off, let's drop the iron. I got too much of it anyway, and I know I will need it back here in just a minute, but let's make 12 of these just because. Alrighty. This to that, go. Alrighty, now then, let's grab back one of those stacks of iron, and we should be able to go ahead and throw together this. I said this. Thank you. Don't make yourself any extra controllers. One controller per ME system. Okay, so you will never need a second controller unless you build a second separate ME system, which I will be doing actually, but I ain't doing it yet. So I'm not making an extra one as of right now because I'm going to have the system build this stuff for me. Alright, so for now, we're making this really messy just to show you how it's going to be. Boom, power goes in, and now if we right-click on the controller, it shows that we have one disk drive and one access terminal. Okay, and it is currently using 10.5 AE units per tick. Okay, AE is its own power source, and we aren't producing AE. We actually don't even know how AE converts. So we're going to click this right here and change it to Minecraft Joules. Oh wait, we still don't have Minecraft Joules. How about EU? Nope, not EU. Universal electricity? No. Rotary craft? No. Okay, well, I guess it doesn't have the redstone flux, which is what we're actually doing. We're going to leave it as Minecraft Joules. Minecraft Joules are 1 Minecraft Joule per 10 of redstone flux, or RF. So we're using 2.1 Minecraft Joules per tick, which means we're actually using 21 redstone flux. Alright, so now we can access this right here and say, hey look, stuff! We're going to put stuff in to this inventory. Because we can. It will hold things now. And there we go. We now officially have a functioning ME system. Alright, so real quick, I'm going to go ahead and take all of this ME stuff and we're going to put it all into the ME system because we're going to use the ME system to convert this stuff into items, and therefore we won't have to go through all the processing ourselves. So I seem to want to trip on my tongue today, so you'll have to excuse that. Or not. You don't have to excuse it. I'm just asking you to. It'd be nice. Alright, so now we have stuff in here. Now, as you can see, we have, let's see, 4, 6, between the two is 7, and another 5 is going to be 12, plus another 3s. We have 15, 1600, 17, 1800. We have over 1800 items being stored in here, but if we look here, we're using 2300 bytes. I think I missed something here. I missed something. Never mind. Ignore that. You know, this seems like a good time to round out the episode and call it a day. This is Jaronitis signing off. Leave me a like if you like what you see. Follow me if you want to see how I build this stupid thing next. And otherwise, help spread the gaming.